Okay, in this video I'd like to talk to you about open triad chords. Basically, I'm sure you're familiar with normal open chords like E, for example, A major, D major, G major, C major. Those kind of normal major chords that you initially first learn when you start to play the guitar. Also minor chords such as A minor, E minor, you might know, and D minor. All these chords are played in the open position, incorporating the open strings. Basically, they're known as triad chords. Tri meaning the number 3, because literally they're made up of 3 notes. The first note that they're made up of is the note that is the chord itself. For example, E major is made up of an E note. It's also made up of the third and the fifth of the relative scale. So if you think back to the previous video of the E major scale all on one string, the third and the fifth in the E major scale is G sharp, and then the fifth is B. So with an understanding of this, you can tell that the chord E major would have an E in it. It also have a B in it, which is here, and a G sharp, which can be found here on the first fret of the G string. So you might be wondering, well, that's just 3 notes, but I'm playing 6 strings. You are playing 6 strings, but the other notes you're playing are just other E's and other B's. So with E major, for example, we have an E, then we have a B, which is the fifth of the E major scale. Then we have another E, which is an octave up from the initial E, that was the root note. We have a G sharp, which is the third of the E major scale. We have a B, and we have another high E. So there's only 3 notes that we're actually playing there, but obviously octaves up of the other notes. So the whole chord sounds like that. You're only ever playing 3 notes, so you can play E major in different positions along the guitar by just playing 3 notes, and that would be a chord. For example, if we wanted to find out an E major chord in another position along the guitar, we know that on the A string at the 7th fret, that's an E. The next note we need to make up the E major chord would be the third, and then the 5th note of the E major scale. So the third we know is a G sharp, which we could then find, for example, here on the D string at the 6th fret. That is a G sharp, so we have these 2 notes. And then the final one we need is a B, which we can find here on the 4th fret of the G string. So when all played together, we'll have this. And that is an E major chord as well. So we have our open E major, made up of just 3 notes, and then we can find that in other positions along the necks just by knowing what notes are in the chord and knowing what notes there are on the guitar. It's just another way of understanding it. There's another position of the E major.